With early voting wrapping up for this Friday, we are inching closer to Decision 2022. We're going to have the latest results and be live from campaign headquarters on election night with the most experienced journalists and analysts here on Channel 2 and also on WGRZ Plus starting at 9 p.m.
And we have seen a really big turnout for early voting here in Erie County. More than 7,000 ballots were cast today alone. 2 on your side's Nate Benson has more.
Hey there, Scott and Mary Alice. I spoke to the commissioners from the Erie County Board of Elections, and as we head into the final days of early voting, they tell me that turnout this year has been significant.
We have over 51,000 voters in Erie County exercising their right to vote early.
That's out of over 623,000 registered voters in Erie County. So a little over 8% of Erie County voters have done so already. But that's not all.
We are well on track to exceed the number of total votes that were cast in the 2018 gubernatorial election. When you add together the absentee ballots that have been returned.
And from a data standpoint,
we have almost 20% of the people that voted in that 2018 election voting already this year.
I think it's because of the amount of sites we have. Our accessibility here is the best in the state of New York.
38 sites in total. One in every municipality and every council district in city proper. According to Commissioner Zellner, Erie County stands out compared to other counties because
we also took advantage of grants that year that were offered by the state for each site so that we could get the hardware paid for all of our sites, which really saved taxpayers a lot of money.
By comparison, neighboring Chautauqua County has 4 early voting locations. But they've seen significant turnout as well, with over 5,500 early voters turning out by the close of polls on Friday. That represents about 6% of registered voters in Chautauqua County. Speaking of Chautauqua County, elections officials put out a warning about reports of voter integrity groups going door to door. Here in Erie County, I asked officials if there has been anything nefarious going on. Has there been any of that intimidation type stuff happening like you're seeing elsewhere in the country, even also as close as Chautauqua County?
No, we haven't seen any, and there has been no incidents of intimidation that we are aware of.
Now, early voting does wrap up on Sunday. Otherwise, you'll have to vote on Election Day. We have all the information you need to know about the election this year posted on WGRZ.com/elections. Reporting in Buffalo, Nate Benson, Channel 2 News.
Thank you very much. And speaking of what you need to know for Election Day, we have our WGRZ voter guide for you. Just scan the QR code right there on the bottom right-hand part of the screen there, or you can find it at WGRZ.com under the featured section. Polls are open on Election Day from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m.